Hello, I'm Adrienne Benton. I'm President and CEO of Onyx Spectrum Technology. Onyx Spectrum has been in business since 2004. So I started out wanting to be a med tech, and then I decided, I don't want to be a med tech, and so decided to go the hospital health administration route. So I got an undergraduate degree in urban planning with a concentration in public health from Rutgers University and North College of Arts and Sciences. And then I went on to get a Master's of Science in Hospital Health Administration from University of Alabama, Birmingham. So I lived a few different places, Atlanta, Birmingham, Alabama, Memphis, Tennessee, and then I was recruited here to work for the then Boston City Hospital when the Menino building was actually a new building, and now it's a very old building, and the campus has grown substantially. And I am happy to say that they were one of my first clients when I decided to hang out my shingle as an entrepreneur back in 1996. They had a downsizing at the hospital, and I had the opportunity to take some time off. The internet was fairly new back in the mid 90s, especially for businesses. And I had always had an interest in IT. In fact, every hospital I worked at, I always made sure I partnered with the IT department. Eventually, folks started asking about, well, can you help me with my website? But also helping small businesses, just figure out this internet thing, how to do their first web page and things of that sort. I talked to my advisors, and we kind of refined what we were focusing on. So got out of the software development side and decided to get more into general consulting, a lot around compliance. Everybody's got rules and regulations that they need to follow. And that's one of the things I've always been good at is helping organizations get into compliance. So then the bottom fell out of everything. Started probably in 2006 and then really got bad by 2008. And during that time, I started thinking about, okay, how do I pivot? How does the company pivot? I found out about commercial off-the-shelf embedded electronics in the Department of Defense area, and had found a company, a small company that was in that business. We did an asset purchase agreement, purchased all their assets, and that gave me the ability to kind of start up and run in that business. Since that time, we've done business with the White House, the Pentagon, Defense Information Systems Agency. We have a strong partner in Leidos. We've done business with Lockheed Martin. We're currently supporting rail activities for the Bay Area Rapid Transit in California. We have 12,000 square feet of light manufacturing and lab space in Lawrence, Mass. And we have strong partners like Ribbon and Rad and others. So very excited about what the future has to hold. We deal with legacy electronics, which are basically things that have become obsolete, but still need to be maintained until replacements are found. So eventually they go away. And we always have to try to be as prepared as possible for when they go away. I currently serve on the board of the National Defense Industry Association here in Massachusetts, the New England chapter. It is a national organization, has a very strong presence with the Department of Defense and other government entities. So our core business right now has kind of shifted. Early on, as I mentioned, we started with the IT support and consulting. Now it's shifted more into IT security, as well as the area of what is called graph databases. We have an expertise in graph databases that really help folks to really figure out problems. So we try to help our customers determine, how to get the best data and how to capture the best data, and then, the outputs are more meaningful. These sort of pictorial outputs that happen are a lot more meaningful in that case. The majority of our revenue and activity is attributed to our electronics business. So getting into repair, refurbishment of legacy electronic components, developing test sets, and we've recently expanded into photonics. So we're talking all the optical related things. So we can test and calibrate, for example, night vision goggles and things of that sort. Entities that depend a lot on electronics and strong network infrastructures. So we're talking about departments of transportation, for example, water departments. We're talking, utility businesses. We're talking about Department of Defense, Homeland Security, those types of entities are our primary target. Wherever there's a lot of electronics and a lot of older legacy equipment. I mean, a lot of them are moving to more modern technology, but again, to make that pivot, it takes time. You still have to maintain and be able to support the existing equipment. And when the original equipment manufacturer goes away, a lot of times it becomes cost prohibitive to have them provide the maintenance. And that's where a company like Onyx comes in, where we can help do so at a lower price point, however, be just as effective. Because we're kind of a very sort of niche business, very, very specialized. Like there are certain pieces of equipment, we're the only ones, we're like a sole source. We leave a positive, lasting impression. And we all work very hard to really do the best job possible that we can. And we make sure that our customer, that we meet as many of the customer's needs in that process as possible. The attention to detail, the amount of services that we attach on to what we do, I think gives a lot of value add also. You really have to care. And I think that's another differentiator for us, is that we really care about what we do and who we're doing it for. Because we understand the importance of these communication systems. We understand the importance of these surveillance systems and those types of things. So it's not just like we're not sort of paying attention to who the end users are, or to who ultimately gets supported by using this equipment. We don't take that for granted at all. And I think that comes through. You can find Onyx Spectrum Technology at www.onyxspectrum.com.